Hey friends, it's Mrs. Hebeler again, and I am back to continue reading The Tale of Despereaux by Kate DiCamillo. Today we are only going to read one chapter, and you're going to see why in a moment. But before we get started, I want you to take a time, pause the video, and I want you to go ahead and retell what happened the last time you read. That'll get your mind ready so that you know what's going to come next. So give yourself a moment, pause the video, and retell. Okay. So now we are going to read chapter 15, and it's called Light. When Despereaux awoke, he was cupped in the large, calloused hand of a human, and he was staring into the fire of one match, and beyond the match there was a large, dark eye looking directly at him. "A mouse with red thread," boomed the voice. "Oh yes, Gregory knows the way of mice and rats. Gregory knows. And Gregory has his own thread, marking him. See here, mouse?" And the match was held to a candle, and the candle sputtered to life. And Despereaux saw that there was a rope tied around the man's ankle. "Here is the difference between us. Gregory's rope saves him, and your thread will be the death of you." The man blew the candle out, and the darkness descended, and the man's hand closed more tightly around Despereaux. And Despereaux felt his heart start up a crazy rhythm of fear. "Who are you?" he whispered. "The answer to that question, mouse, is Gregory. You are talking to Gregory the jailer, who has been buried here, keeping watch over this dungeon for decades, for centuries, for eons, for eternities. You are talking to Gregory the jailer, who, in the richest of ironies, is nothing but a prisoner here himself." "Oh," said Despereaux. May I get down, Gregory?" "The mouse wants to know if Gregory the jailer will let him go. Listen to Gregory, mouse. You do not want to be let go. Here in this dungeon, you are in the treacherous, dark heart of the world. And if Gregory was to release you, the twistings and turnings and dead ends and false doorways of this place would swallow you for all eternity. Only Gregory and the rats can find their way through this maze. The rats because they know, because the way of it mirrors their own dark hearts, and Gregory because the rope is forever tied to his ankle to guide him back to the beginning. Gregory would let you go, but you would only beg him to take you up again. The rats are coming for you. You see?" They are? "Listen," said Gregory. "You can hear their tails dragging through the muck and filth. You can hear them filing their nails and teeth. They are coming for you. They are coming to take you apart, piece by piece." Despereaux listened, and he was quite certain that he heard the nails and teeth of the rats, the sound of sharp things being made sharper still. "They will strip all the fur from your flesh and all the flesh from your bones. When they are done with you, there will be nothing left except red thread. Red thread in bones. Gregory has seen it many times, the tragic end of a mouse." "But I need to live," said Despereaux. I can't die." "You cannot die. Ah, that is lovely. He says he cannot die." Gregory closed his hand more tightly around Despereaux. "And why would that be, mouse? Why is it that you cannot die?" "Because I am in love. I love somebody, and it is my duty to serve her." "Love?" said Gregory. "Love? Hark you, I will show you the twisted results of love." Another match was struck. The candle was lit again, and Gregory held it up so that its flame illuminated a massive, towering, teetering pile of spoons and kettles and soup bowls. "Look on that, mouse," said Gregory. "That is a monument to the foolishness of love." "What is it?" asked Despereaux. He stared at the great tower that reached up, up, up into the blackness. "What it looks like. Spoons, bowls, kettles, all of them gathered here as hard evidence of the pain of loving a living thing. The king loved the queen, and the queen died. This monstrosity, this junk heap, is the result of love." "I don't understand," said Despereaux. "And you will not understand until you lose what you love. But enough about love. said Gregory. He blew out the candle. We will talk instead about your life, and how Gregory will save it if you so desire. Why would you save me? Despereaux asked. Have you saved any of the other mice? Never, said Gregory. Not one. Why would you save me then? Because you, Mouse, can tell Gregory a story. Stories are light. Light is precious in a world so dark. Begin at the beginning. Tell Gregory a story. Make some light. And because Despereaux very much wanted to live, he said, once upon a time, yes, said Gregory happily. He raised his hand higher and then higher still until Despereaux's whiskers brushed against his leathery, time-worn ear. Go on, Mouse, said Gregory. Tell Gregory a story. And it was in this way that Despereaux became the only mouse sent to the dungeon whom the rats did not reduce to a pile of bones and a piece of red thread. It was in this way that Despereaux was saved. Reader, if you don't mind, this is where we will leave our small mouse for now, in the dark of the dungeon, in the hand of the old jailer, telling a story to save himself. It is time for us to turn our attention elsewhere. Time for us, reader, to speak of rats, and of one rat in particular. And that's the end of the first book. You have a picture of Despereaux telling Gregory the story. And I'm going to stop here because we are going to move on to book the second, and it's called Chiaroscuro. We'll start that again tomorrow, but what I want you to do right now as we stop this video is I want you to go back and I want you to make a list of some of the things you know about Despereaux and some of the things that have happened already. This will get your mind ready, and when we have new characters introduced, you'll be able to remember who everybody is. Have fun, guys.